What's good, guys? This is Daniel with CopBot coming at you with a brand new tutorial for this week's drop on the Supreme North Face collab. We know you guys want a cop. We are here to help and give you guys the best settings and overview of CopBot in order to make that happen. So what I've done differently, as you can see, I'm in a full screen preference right now working inside of CopBot. All I did is I simply went up to the toolbar, I selected the CopBot icon, right clicked, and then I hit options, and that took me into the full screen version of the program, which you're seeing right now. So to get started, we're going to go off with the basics. We're going to go ahead and start out in our preferences. And so kind of walking into it, this is what we know, and you guys have seen it many times, but we're going to kind of go into detail a little bit more today about settings that are going to make sure and ensure a cop for you guys. So this is where we're going to get started. Now, what we have selected and don't have selected as far as our settings and our preferences that are all shown here is what we recommend for you guys, so you can cop, and it kind of gives you the best way to do that. So as you can see, what we don't have turned on is where it says only add to cart if select size is available. We have that turned off. We also have wait for products to drop in store off, and then hide images in store off. So if you'd like to hide the images, you can do that. That's more or less of something that comes down to personal preference. We recommend that you go ahead and you keep that turned off, because it really doesn't make a big difference whether or not you're going to be, it's milliseconds. It really doesn't make a huge difference, and sometimes it can cause the website to glitch because it's trying to hide the images of the products. But regardless, then the last thing we have turned off is enabling task scheduling. Again, if you want to schedule a task, that's totally optional. We have it turned off because we are manually starting out with the cops. Now, down into other settings, we have remove sold out products. So what this means is that if you are selecting multiple items and you have multiple tasks set up ready to run, so if one of those items is sold out, when it hits add to cart, if the item is no longer available, it will remove itself automatically. So that way you have a smooth checkout and it won't cause any problems. It'll just remove the item that is already sold out. With our add to cart delay speed, along with our checkout delay speed, refresh delay. So this is where it is a little bit different than we've shown you guys in the past. We've used even numbers. Now we have our add to cart delay at 3,250 milliseconds, and also the same thing with the checkout delay. We have 4,250 milliseconds. So why have we done this? We went ahead and we made this different than a rounded number like 4,000, 3,000. down to the actual millisecond, because what that does is it throws off Supreme's website and it basically makes you less detectable to not being a bot. So that's kind of the preference there. Now with checkout delay, really checkout delay is only here. I have it on because what I've done is that if you want to going back up here, and what I didn't discuss, but I'm going to circle back to it right now, is enabling auto typer. Some of you guys love it, some of you don't. Really, where I find it beneficial, having it on is great because it fills out all of your information for you as it would look like you're typing in your information. It's just doing it quicker. If you have that turned off, so if I went ahead and I turned this off, then you would want that checkout delay there with the 4,250 milliseconds. That's when it becomes important. Now, those of you that are actually going to be using auto typer and we have it turned on, we can remove this, put this at 0. I'm going to make that change there. And then the auto typer speed down here at the bottom is going to stay at 1 millisecond. That is what we recommend. That is the best way and the fastest way to use auto typer, enabling you a pretty safe and quick checkout. Now with our checkout preferences, very, very straightforward, you guys. Going into this, it's your name, email, phone number, etc., etc. So as you can see, I have filled out very just defaultive information just to have it here so you guys can kind of take a look at it. Just know that all of your credit card information needs to be filled in correctly, including the expiration. Now, CCV, I don't have it filled in. if you are going to be there for the drop, you're not going to be utilizing the task feature to have it run automatically while you're away, you're at school. The CCV not being filled in and you filling it in manually gives you a better chance of, again, not being detected. If you want to go ahead and have your CCV put in there, then not a problem. You can have that filled in, and that way it is just I would say it's just honestly just a setting that we recommend, and just doing it manually if you're going to be at home for the drop. Sizes, same exact thing. You guys were really making this straightforward and easy. The categories are very easily shown and displayed here. Go ahead, you guys can take a look at that real quick. We're going to move on to the next section. All right, so now we have our tasks here. You can create a task manually here by selecting create task. Now what I recommend you guys do is select the drop icon, which is this right here. It has the calendar icon right here, and just go through and hit select latest drop. Obviously this week is going to be the North Face Supreme drop that we have. So the easiest way to create a task is by finding an item that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the fleece jacket here. And as you can see, it has the item name already filled in, keywords already filled out for you. That way you don't have to do it yourself. You can select your color. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in red for us just to make it available, and just to give you an example of what we're going to be doing. And then select your product size. So I'll just go ahead and do extra large here. So to explain this, the best way that I can make this sound as easy and less complicated as possible, if you are going to select just one item this week, so if the jacket was the only thing that you were looking to cop, or one other item, you're just going to go for one thing, then we recommend that both keep refreshing until product is found, both for what happens if product is not found or a product is sold out, that it just keeps refreshing until that item is available, and then it will check out for you automatically. That's if you're going for only one item. Now, if you're going for multiple items, then what you're looking at wanting to do is go ahead and hit skip to next product on both. So this is the setting you want if you're going for multiple items. It basically will keep things moving along. If you have multiple tasks set up, one thing is sold out, can't be found, whatever it may be, this allows you to waste no time on one and have it go through and grab as many of the tasks that you have set up to have you check out with the most items in cart. So I hope that makes sense. If there's still questions around that, please feel free to let us know. We would love to answer your questions and make sure that you guys are ready for this week's drop. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna hit add here. And once that's all taken care of, obviously you can go back here to tasks, and you can see that I have it here, turned on, ready to go. You can feel free to edit, or you can throw it in the bin if you do not, or you no longer want the item. So here as well, going into Restocks, I think it just needs to load up a little bit. Here we go. It is working. So those of you that have questions around Restocks, I want to let you know that it is working. As you can see, for me just walking through this, it updated about 10 minutes ago. You can feel free to choose your region. For the users in the US or the EU, we have it both available on the Restock features. The banners should be showing up in the upper right-hand corner of your guys' screen throughout the day. But just so you know, Restocks are here and they are working. With proxies, we've been getting a lot of questions about proxies as well. Yes, proxies do work for CopBot. I'm not going to sit here and explain proxies too much to you guys. For the experienced CopBot users and for the experienced bot users just in general that understand what a proxy is, yes, our application, our program supports proxies. So if you have them, you can add them in and then go ahead and use them. Alright guys, so that goes ahead and wraps up everything on our latest updates for the CopBot. We wanted to make sure that you had a specifically updated tutorial for this week's drop for the Supreme North Face. We want to make sure that you guys cop. Please let us know if these new settings worked, if there's any complications, but we really do believe that this is going to be the best thing for you guys this week and for this drop. As we wrap up, we just want to show you all the success that we have had this past spring summer season. So we're going to show you all the cops that have been made by you guys. Make sure that you tag us and we will make sure to repost you guys every week. We love seeing you guys cop. We hope this video helps. Let us know and have a great time copping this season, guys. Take care.